people also in the police service. Because while I was being arrested with all that chaos, some gentleman came close to me and told me, "Mheshimiwa, tunakupenda sana." You know? And I'm guessing that is a gentleman that was able to leak the information that I've been arrested. Because I'm told many people visited the police station and they were being told I'm not there. And at some point my family knew about it. They visited the place and they were also told I was not there. So it was around 7 p.m. when now things had settled and I was in the cell and I had people speak outside. You know? What I did is, the cell has quite high ceilings and I jumped and I really lifted myself up. So don't get you should always be fit enough to lift yourself. That saved my life, because when I shouted and I said I'm here, my brother was almost giving up because he was told I'm not there, but there's some intelligence that he had gotten that I'm there. It is when he said he has heard my voice and he insisted that I'm there. And at that moment now they knew they cannot do anything with me. They cannot kill me. Because now people know. And he also called another brother of mine who came in and drove out very hurriedly, and they thought he was going to mobilize people outside. So at that moment, calls started going in and out, and I was around 12 midnight is when they brought another team to take me to Muthaiga police station. And it was a scary experience, because we know very well, if you have been booked into a cell and you have not been taken into records, there are only two reasons why police officers can do that. One is if they want money from you, they want a bribe. To me, they didn't want any bribe. The other reason is if they want to do bad things to you. That is why they don't want you to be seen where you are booked in and why, you know. And at that point, it is only that shouting that helped me. And now everybody, including the lawyers, were able to know where I was. But after that, they tried to take me to Muthaiga, and the next day they took me to Kahawa Law Courts, where they tried to ask for time, 14 days, so that they can get some charges that they are saying I'm a terrorist. You know? But when I got there, I found another team of close to 26 young people who are there also being charged with the same charges of terrorism. And the people who visited me there, the CEO and Babu and the rest who came to Kahawa know very well. Now we are close to 120 young people charged with terrorism just because they were in demonstrations. And that tells me something, that we need to rethink our strategy. We need to actually re-strategize on how to amplify our voices. I've been monitoring and I can see there's a lot of suppression, even in social media, of any dissenting voice against government. And I don't know who has been doing it, but even the social media themselves, TikTok and the rest, many of those accounts that were very vocal have been taken down. And that tells you something, that we have to reimagine ourselves and how we are going to take on leadership of this country. We have to continue pushing by all means. But I also want to say that we should not give up. They might think that just because they have arrested Mukunji with terrorism, that he's going to come down. He's going to explode even more. And I'm not going to fear. I'm not going to be put down. Because at the end of the day, is if you're standing for the right thing, your power does not come from without. It comes from within. If it is from without, it will be part of how I should enrich myself. There's no enrichment on matters to do with asking for what is right. But I want to say that we have a long way to go. I believe we have gotten a position where there is a threat to the young people of this nation. You guys are under threat. And not only yourselves, but also young leaders. We are all under threat. And I would wonder why somebody like Mukunji would be a threat to even the regime that is there today. I mean, I've not even thought about ever being in another, maybe 10 years to be the president of this nation. But I am a thorn just because I'm speaking on matters that would be like, if somebody listened, they would even help, it would help them to actually improve on their leadership. But the new Kenya that everybody imagines is a Kenya where we have to take over leadership of this nation. You cannot suppress 75% of the nation and think that there are people who can clap for you genuinely. And that is where we have gone wrong, even as leaders. That we are in a situation where we want people to be happy with what we are doing, even if it is just PR or things that are not even touching on their own lives. There is a lot of suppression to see things from other people's perspective, other than what is actually the perspective of things as they are. And I would say that as KYPA, and I being the chairman, we want to onboard a team of young people, not only to look at the leadership as it were today, but also to reimagine how the leadership should be in the next dispensation. And I would tell anybody that really wants to be part of it, please, the time to start is now. The time to really push is right now. The time to redefine yourself is right now. From the maandamanos of last year, the 2024 Gen Z maandamanos, I have been trying to analyze the leaders, the young people that have come out in a way that they have been able to make an impact. And you know, I also want to demystify the fact that while we are talking of young people, and we are talking of leaderlessness, tribalness, and all these other things, at some point it boils down to individuals. Because if you want to be a leader and you have not made a name out of yourself, even from the village where you come from, then even you could be the best of the leaders, you will not get anywhere.